Some dark battle shirts, which were early worn in the early war, and a variety of uniform jackets. Now these troops are coming out in linear fashion, as I said, shoulder to shoulder. One of the purposes of using skirmishers like this is it had a tendency to draw the enemy out into the line. Now the major federal force has now arrived on the field, and I can see a lot of local militia uniforms, even troops just wearing shirt sleeves. That's the volley fire. Now these are, for the most part, I will say muzzle loading weapons, meaning that the way they are loaded is the gunpowder is poured down the end of the barrel. The bullet is inserted. It is a ramrod is used to ram the bullet down to the end of the barrel. At the back of the barrel, closest to the soldier, was a cone which had an opening that led into the barrel. A percussion cap was inserted over this cone, and when that cap, just like a child's cap gun, was hit, it sparked, sending a spark into the barrel, igniting it. Now another thing about the Berdan sharpshooters, not only did they have loaded down the muzzle. Now, at the time of the beginning of the Civil War, the Federal Army was so small, having only 15 regiments at the time, and most of them were in the West fighting Indians. Regular U.S. forces were in short supply, and that's why these militia units, as you see out here, fell in with them. We do have, flank closest to you, a company of U.S. Marines. Now I see the Confederate forces are now bringing out the main line for reinforcement. As you can see, they can come out and then extend the line into a broader front. And here comes a massive volley by the Confederate troops. And the Federal forces firing back. But you can see with okay, now the Federals are firing by company. This tends to make a more constant rate of fire at the enemy. The problem with firing mass volleys like this is once you fire, you have no loaded muskets, and you basically are at the mercy of the enemy until you get your muskets reloaded. It takes approximately 30 seconds to reload a musket because there are 9 separate movements that were involved. So a good Civil War soldier was only capable of firing 3 shots per minute. But this is the way it was done early war. They stood, again, using these 80-year-old tactics. Standing at distances of 80 to 100 yards from each other, just blasting away. Now we have a little more activity coming from the federal end of the field. And this is local town cavalry in their militia uniforms. And they are attacking the flank of the Confederate line, which is the Confederate line has done a maneuver called refusing the line, where they have pulled their end unit back at an angle, capable of firing in two different directions. So they can cover the enemy to their front and cover the enemy to their side. And again, a massive volley, all those muskets going down at once. You don't have to be all that accurate when you're firing into a solid line of men like this. And it appears that the federal troops have had enough, and they are on their way back to Washington. And First Manassas, victory for the Confederates.
In the combat of 4, each man has a file partner. So you have 2 groups of partners in your combat of 4. The way this operates is one of your men goes forward. He waits until his file partner is loaded. Once they are both loaded, the first file partner will fire his weapon. The second file partner will then advance, but he will not fire his weapon until number 1 man is reloaded. This way, you always have a loaded musket between the 2 of you. So being outnumbered, the Verdun sharpshooters have fallen back, and now we see the cavalry has come back on the field. Federals are sitting out. Again, you have this constant replenish of troops being sent into the action. I'll also mention, I don't know how many of you have followed the television series that is on called Who Do You Follow? Where they follow celebrities' ancestry. Has anybody watched that show? Okay, did anyone see the episode with Matthew Broderick? Okay, Matthew Broderick traced back his ancestry to his great-great-grandfather, who was in the Civil War. And they found out through documentation that his great-great-grandfather was killed in the skirmish line. So he was acting in this capacity as a skirmisher. Okay, we can see the Confederate slowly moving to the ground.
Captain's down, first sergeant.
And again,
Ready.
very much controlled. Number 1 man fires and falls back. Number 2 man waits until he gets called firing by files. Meaning it starts at the 1 end of the line, and again, a file being the man in the front rank and the man in the rear rank, they are 1 file. Those 2 men fire their muskets. After they fire, the men to their left will fire, then the men to their left fire, and you have a fire all advancing. Federals, one wing, meaning all of those one end of a flag in the center of the flag. So he has his right wing, or I'm sorry, his left wing, his right wing stays back in reserve.
Man, is that you, bro?
Firing by files, once they have fired then you can as fast as you can, so firing at will, and you have a much more constant fire going, so rather than the constant fire, keeping it low and constant harassment of the opponent. Now the federal commander is bringing in his right wing. Half of the field. How the smoke lingers on the field. We have nearly a couple hundred men on the field, compared with the thousands of now as we can see, the Confederate performance event, being put on by the federal training men during their time. During the Battle of Gettysburg on the third day, General Longstreet launched an assault against the center of the Union line and sent over 10,000 men forward all at once in formation, just like this to the Federal line. So, there we have the Federals now coming out of the field in a column of company rather than the full two-man front that they used in the first two scenarios. You can see a much narrower front. The Confederates are waiting for them. And the Federal troops double quick as they approach the fortifications manned by the Confederates that narrow That, ladies and gentlemen, Upton's charge. You can see quickly compared to the guys in the front rank. Very good. So we're going to three scenarios of early war, mid-war, and late-war. Now we have the all-units reform. So the unit will rise and fall with the ranks again. And what we're going to do for you is take a little minute to organize. And that's our volley. Now, you figure they didn't take too many of us out with that volley, so they're going to come at us with the bayonet.
Right, drop.
At a
high elevation, hey!
Percussion cap on the musket, we'll see if the length is.
Order!
Good job, good
Hard,
job.
out.
Single misfire there, so.
Hey! Spring! Spring! Cover!
Second thing we'll do now is we'll pull the ramp out. And they will then drop the ram rod down the musket. If it changes very nicely, that means